Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Falcon Jet owners upgrade panel with SAM. Also, Alaska A&G Airmen rescue injured Iditarod musher. And NASA astronauts complete year's 5th spacewalk at station. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. We have a packed episode with the latest news, so let's go ahead and start with Falcon Jet owners upgrade panel with SAM. Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics has announced the company's SAM MD302 standby attitude module is STC approved on Falcon 900 ABCEX series for FAA, EASA, and AFAC registered aircraft. The 2-inch solid-state instrument display attitude, altitude, airspeed, slip, vertical trend, and heading information to the pilot during normal or standby operation in the event of primary instrument failure. SAM replaces the attitude horizon standby, altimeter, and standby Mach airspeed indicator on board the Falcon Jet. The MD302 offers flexible cockpit installation and an easy-to-install adapter plate allows the standby attitude module to fit all existing Falcon 900 configurations. SAM is TSO certified and features a simple one-knob interface that provides user-friendly menu control to the pilot. To date, SAM is STC approved on more than 500 aircraft models. It's an ideal replacement for aging standby units and requires minimal modification, said David Copeland, Vice President of Sales for Mid-Continent Instruments and Avionics. SAM fits in less panel space than the instruments it is designed to replace, and its high-definition display provides a seamless transition from the primary flight displays to the standby in the cockpit. After the break, a perfect combination of old versus new. World War II warbird to combine 2021 avionics with vintage technology. Details after these messages.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Check this out. This is a great combination of the old versus new. World War II warbird to combine 2021 avionics with vintage technology. The Gulf Coast wing of the CAF announced that 3 national avionics providers are set to equip a World War II era aircraft with sophisticated communications technology. Becker Avionics, Avidyne Corporation, and Force Aviation are working with the CAF to upgrade the cockpit of an iconic B-17 Flying Fortress named Texas Raiders, which resides at Conroe North Houston Regional Airport. The aircraft, which began life outfitted with vacuum tube radios that filled a 40-square-foot compartment, now navigates and communicates via 3 solid-state boxes that measure only inches on each side. The FAA proposes a civil penalty for a charter company behaving badly. The FAA proposes a $115,500 civil penalty against Phoenix Air Charter of Spartanburg, South Carolina, for allegedly conducting charter flights in an aircraft that did not comply with airworthiness regulations. The FAA alleges that between July 9th and July 13th of last year, Phoenix Air Charter conducted approximately 18 charter flights in a twin-engine Cessna 402B that was not airworthy. The aircraft was not airworthy because the company failed to rebalance the flight controls after painting the aircraft, as the aircraft maintenance manual requires.
Jazz pilot leadership approves agreement.
Sunday night, pilot leaders of Jazz Aviation, represented by the Airline Pilots Association International, finalized an agreement with their management that enables the company to become the exclusive express operator for Air Canada. Under the agreement, Jazz pilots will fly all 70-plus seat aircraft under the Air Canada Express banner until 2025. Jazz will add 25 Embraer's 175s transferred from Sky Regional, while 19-8-300s will be removed from their fleet guarantee.
RAA says the industry needs bucks right now.
After sending a letter to the Department of Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, Regional Airline Association President and CEO Faye Malarkey Black offered the following statement. RAA urges the Department of Treasury to apportion all delayed PSP awards for small air carriers without delay, and quickly process the next round of PSP extension applications before the end of March. Unfortunately, 2 months after some smaller regional airlines submitted applications for early consideration of workforce aid under the last PSP extension, some carriers have not been funded and have not received an update on their status.
Well, that does it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. Alaska Air National Guardsmen to the rescue.
Alaska Air National Guardsmen assigned to the 176 Wing rescued and injured Iditarod musher on March 9th from Rohn Roadhouse, about 136 miles northwest of Anchorage. Senior Master Sgt. Evan Budd, Alaska Rescue Coordinator Center Superintendent, said the musher sustained multiple injuries after falling while coming into the Rohn checkpoint. The AKRCC requested assistance from the 176 Wing, which dispatched a 210 Rescue Squadron HH-60G Pave helicopter and a 212 Rescue Squadron Guardian Angel team. Guardian Angel teams are highly trained search and rescue specialists with Arctic expertise. The Pave crew was able to land close to the Rohn Roadhouse, and the pararescue personnel made their way to the cabin. Upon arrival, the team worked with the on-scene medic to assess and treat the musher's injury before medical transport. The musher was transported to Providence, Alaska Medical Center in Anchorage, but thanked the Iditarod medical team for quickly identifying and stabilizing the musher's injuries on scene and working with multiple agencies to transport the injured musher to Anchorage.
After these messages, NASA astronauts are busy with spacewalks this year. Details after the break.
When adventure is calling, the Bory by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bory's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bory has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bory Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bory for yourself at flightsimple.com.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
I believe that if people use the landing doctor training program, they will have less accidents and eventually their insurance will go down and they will make a superior pilot. We do personal limitation checklists, which is the most important reason you need to fly with limits. We do ground proximity awareness training, and we do this with a crosswind. We've been operating 6 Bristells for 2 years without one insurance claim. The Landing Doctor program is working, and you're going to hear more about it.
Welcome back. NASA astronauts busy with spacewalks this year.
NASA astronauts Victor Glover and Michael Hopkins conducted a spacewalk after 6 hours and 47 minutes zero-G effort. In the 5th spacewalk of the year outside the International Space Station, the two astronauts successfully completed tasks to service the station's cooling system and communications gear. The duo began their work on the station's port truss or backbone, completing tasks that were deferred from previous spacewalks. The spacewalkers successfully vented the early ammonia system, relocated one of its jumper lines, and serviced the Columbus-Bartolomeo payload platform, including routing 3 of 4 cables on the payload position interface and configuring a cable for an amateur radio system. The astronauts deferred the task of installing clamps on Bartolomeo in order to route the cables for high-definition cameras. The pair also replaced a wireless antenna assembly on the Unity module and installed hardware to provide additional structural integrity on the airlock. This was the 4th career spacewalk for Glover and the 5th in Hopkins' career. Glover has now spent a total of 26 hours and 7 minutes spacewalking. Hopkins now has spent a total of 32 hours and 1 minute spacewalking.
Well, that does it for our show today. I'm your host, Kimberly Kang. You can catch episodes of Airborne on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory. And don't forget to follow us on social media and feel free to comment with story ideas or just to say hi. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.